What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to be showcasing a Shadow Dusknor team in the Open Great League. I think Shadow Dusknor might be one of the most underrated picks right now in the meta. There are a few things in the meta that can kind of give it some trouble, like the normal types, but with fighting and ghost type pressure, it's one of the most flexible Pokemon in the game. It has a lot of fast pressure with Astonish, and its pacing isn't half bad, given how strong this Pokemon is. Real quick, before we do get into the battles, I want to ask if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It does help out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Alright, first game of the day, Alolan Sandslash up against Togekiss. Okay, very good lead, although it can be bad down the line if they end up landing an Aurasphere into us. As we know, Aurasphere can one-shot us, right? They're actually staying in. I think Togekiss wins like the 0s and 1s pretty easily. I'm actually going to go for an Ice Punch here before switching out, because I don't have a hard answer to a Shadow Quagsire. Ice Punch is going to hurt quite a bit, and with the amount of fast pressure I've got against them so far with that Togekiss, I think I'm fine with this. In fact, might as well just go for a second Ice Punch. Might as well chip down this Quagsire just as much as we can here. Our opponent at this point likely will let this go. And now, or I guess they shield. I guess that also makes sense. But Altaria here, it can force 2 Stone Edges out of this Quagsire. And honestly, I'm very fine with that. I don't necessarily need switch advantage because my Dusknor is also pretty good into Togekiss. So I think I'm just going to go for the farm down here. Force him to throw another Stone Edge against us. And then honestly, probably just Astonish down with my Dusknor. We'll see what they do, though. Hopefully, they do knock us out here, and hopefully they don't get another move off with this Pokemon before I farm them down with my Dusknor. But the energy lead on Dusknor, after we already have a shield advantage, would be massive. Oh, well, they actually just instantly swap out. That's only a, what's it called? A Psyshock. But honestly, I think I'm just going to double shield this and farm down, because they're at 2 right now. 3, 4, 5, 6. So they should be 4 away from the next Psyshock. If I double shield farm down, I'm going to have a lot of energy on Dusknor, and not a lot of things want to take dynamic punches or shadow punches from this Pokemon. So we'll see if this is the right play. Togekiss does get knocked out just barely right when it gets that Psyshock off, or where it reaches it. So I guess we have a Sandslash and a Dusknor. We'll see what the third Pokemon is going to be. They're going to be switch locked for just a second here. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that's a really good Pokemon to see. They can try to catch on us if they want, but I have so much energy here that I think I just get 3 Shadow Punches even with a catch. They shield that. 5. Okay, I think now my fast move pressure plus this Shadow Punch should just knock out the Grumpig. Dusknor might just be getting a little bit of a sweep here. We'll see if we get enough damage or if they can reach a charge attack. It's going to be kind of close. Okay, well, whatever. They go for a catch, and while that's a nice play, while that will allow them to knock out my Dusknor, potentially, what it's not going to do is it's not going to let them farm me down. I'm actually going to switch in my Sandslash here, because this way, I can actually get that Dusknor sweep that I want. Dynamic Punch will knock us out, but now 1 or 2 Astonishes should KO the rest of this Grumpig, and that game should be ours. Just 1 Astonish. Let's go. Dusknor is just a little bit too strong there. Love to see it. Alright, next opponent. We will see Sandslash into Shadow Talonflame. Not an amazing lead. With that said, I should be able to bring in Shadow Dusknor here and either get a Shadow Punch off first or force a switch out. And we do force a switch out, I guess, by them. Which is something, I guess. I'm going to go for a Shadow Punch bait. It could be a terrible play, but Dynamic Punch would basically one-shot them, so hopefully we get a shield here. Wow, what a call! If I land that, they just get one-shot. That's insane that they called that, in my opinion, but they make the right call. They make the right call, and that's really bad for me. And they're on Trailblaze. Oof. Okay, I was hoping that the game would not be playing out like this. This is a much worse showcase of Dusknor than that first game. At least we know their charge attacks are likely not going to damage Alolan Sandslash unless they're on, like, double, like, buffing and debuffing attacks for some reason. I should be able to survive this, get to back-to-back Ice Punches, and then I guess just hope there's something in the backline that's not going to RPS my Altaria, because we have been pretty RPS so far this game. We don't want to get any further RPS than we already have been. We have 2 Ice Punches, and I mean, Ice Punch would hurt the Talonflame, but I don't want to take the Incinerate if I can help it. I'll switch out here, get some more Dragon Breath damage against them, and we are seeing them stay in, which is actually not bad, because Dragon Breath damage, the more I get against them, will put them into Ice Punch range potentially later on. They instantly throw an attack here, probably a Flame Charge if they're going to stay in, or Fly if they're going to swap out. Oh, Greedent. Interesting. That's not a hard answer to Altaria, but it is a very spammy Pokemon This is going to be a weird one. They're at 5 right now, so they have access to a body slam. 7, 8. They're at back-to-back body slams now. I need to be careful with my energy management here. I need to have enough energy for the Talonflame when it comes back in. So they're at 4. 5, 6, 7. Okay. I mean, I'm fine the way this is playing out so far. We'll see if... We'll see. I don't know. They have so much energy here, though, because they're at back-to-back body slams right now. 9. What do I shield and when? I don't know, guys. This is going to be so annoying. So they're at 5. I have to shield the next one. 6. But I also can't shield it at the same time. I think they probably have us here, but I'm going to shield this up. 8. So they're at another move now. I don't like this at all. I know exactly how this is going to go. They're going to body slam. Oh, they let that go? I don't know if that's the right play for them. Because now I get a Sky Attack. I have an Ice Punch, so I can see if they're locked in to an Incinerate or not. I think the play here is 7 and then throw an Ice Punch. Well, they're waiting. So now I just go for the Sky Attack. I think they're 1 away from the next move here, and I have the Ice Punch loaded. They were just waiting for like 5 minutes there. That's insane. Please tell me they're not in a move. They're not just yet. We have the Ice Punch loaded. Somehow we just came back from this one. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, the energy management on A-Slash was kind of huge there, because taking an Incinerate would just easily one-shot us from that range. Wow. What a game. That's an interesting team. Next game, Dialap. Oh boy. Alright, Sandslash into Pangoro. Ooh. Well, that is not what I wanted to see. I think I have to safe swap my Altaria and just hope for the best here. They are staying in, but maybe they're just going to switch out into a hard answer to us. Well, that's not a hard answer, but it's not amazing to see. I don't like this at all. Man. The thing is, I can win switch here if I want to, but I don't have another answer to Pangoro. So I don't know if that's, like, super helpful. Okay, I think they're at 17, so they have back-to-back attacks right now. And I don't love that at all. Yeah, they're back-to-back here. I have to shield this up, and I don't like that. But I think I literally have to shield no matter what happens this game. And, like, do I switch into A-Slash now? Just sacrifice A-Slash? I think I have to. Yeah, I mean... I survive this. It's not pretty, but I do survive this. But I need to keep my Altaria around. Ow. They probably come in Pangoro here, just get 3 Karate Chops. Okay. So they're at, like, 8 Karate Chops, which is not great. But at least I do save my Altaria? I don't know. I think the Night Slash spam is going to be just a little bit too bad for us this game, especially if they get a boost. That would not be amazing. Pangoro is going to be so spammy. Oh, man, that basically... 2 shots after the fast food pressure here, too, so I don't think there's much we can necessarily do. Aegislash is too good. We get his shield. You know, maybe... I don't know, maybe they close combat for some reason. I mean, close combat does do more raw damage. Maybe they throw it just for fun. Oh, man. Ow. I have to no-shield this and hope that I can somehow astonish this down before they get to 2 Night Slashes, and then hope that my energy in the backline is going to be just good enough for me. I don't I don't know if that's going to be the case. If they were completely dry and 3 more Astonishes are enough, then yeah, I can actually get my Astonish down here. If not, then I'm very sad. Oh, they bring in Grumpig of all things. Not exactly a hard answer to us here, saying I can just barely outpace the 2 Shadow Punches. I think I win CMP. Against Grumpig. I should, right? Dusknor has more attack, but Pangoro might still get to a move. I guess I just fast move this game. That's like my only chance. Like, if they're 4 away from Night Slash and I can Astonish down, I win. If they're 3 or less away, I lose. They were 3 away. They were 3 away. They gave me hope. I don't think I survive a Night Slash. That makes me so sad. So tragic. Honestly, really close game. Given how bad that was for us, really close game. Oh my goodness. Dusknoir tried its best, but, you know, that lead was almost insurmountable. All right, next opponent. Please tell me that we get a decent lead here. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. It is a little bit bad that I don't have Shadow Claw, but I mean, Powder Snow is such a good move, and I resist their damage so much that honestly, I think that's fine no matter what. And they throw an Aqua Tail here as quickly as they can. I think I'm very fine with that, because I can bank some energy here, and then bring an Altaria. I don't really want to give Altaria a huge farm down into my... I don't want to give Ninetales a huge farm down into my Altaria. So, I'm kind of fine taking a Stone Edge here no matter what, and I should be able to build up enough energy to land a Flamethrower into the Ninetales when it comes back in. They're at 7, so 1. Oh, what? They Aqua Tail? For... Are they on Mud Bomb? They must be on Mud Bomb Aqua Tail. Or they're crazy, I guess. Oh, nice catch, I guess, but I'm honestly very fine with this too. That was a nice catch, though. But chipping this down is not bad, because A-Slash wouldn't mind just dealing with this less, if I can. We're gonna go for another Flamethrower here. This should be able to get a shield from them, and if we get a shield right now, then my A-Slash is in an even better spot to knock this out. I'm just gonna Drill Run them. I mean, I might as well get that second shield. Up shields, Dusknor is one of the best Pokemon I could really ask for this game. Or if they let that go, that's also fine. I just Powder Snow down. They could have Chilling Water, but that shouldn't knock us out from here. It would debuff my attack, which wouldn't be super ideal. It is Chilling Water. I've seen a lot of people run Dazzling Gleam recently, so I was kind of hoping that was the case. But we still get the farm down. We're like one Powder Snow away from an Ice Punch. Just a couple away from a Drill Run, too, so probably we get a move off here against whatever comes in. CMP against the Quagsire. So we have technically 3 Pokemon against 1, plus a shield. That, on paper, is very good for us. Oh, well, that doesn't knock out, I guess. I overestimated the damage output of an Alolan Sandslash, I suppose. That's my bad. But we can just bring in our Shadow Dusknor here. Wigglytuff would be probably, like, the one thing that I think I'd, like, lose to here. Ufisk is not terrible to see. Okay, we'll go for Dynamic, because I think I only need 2 charge attacks to win this game. 1 to get the shield, and 1 to get the knockout, plus the fast move pressure. Dynamic does land, and yeah, we just need fast move pressure at this point. We just double shield this. They might go straight discharge just because the pacing is a little bit better, but I don't think that even helps them out all that much. They're at 10, so 5, so 4 away from another move after this, but yeah, they realize not much they can do. Much better matchup there than that Pangoro team. Alright, next opponent. Alolan Sandslash into Shadow Talonflame. Please stop this. You know, we won the last one of these we saw, but if I'm being honest, it was not a fun match. So hopefully we make them stay in here. Oh my goodness. Why do they have an Umbreon? Well, I mean, this time there's not really much of a point to bait. I don't think so, at least. I think the main thing that I should do is just try to whittle this down as much as I can. I mean, Dynamic does do a lot. 5, 6, 7... I can shield this up and at least get 1 shield down here. And I think getting 1 shield down is not a bad play. So they're at 7, so 3. They have another foul play. I would love a CMP, but they almost certainly do not CMP us. Yeah, no, they do overfarm. They're at 4, so they do have access to a foul play plus 1. 5, 6, so they're at back-to-back. And honestly, I think I'm fine just letting this go at this point. I'm going to do a similar play to what I did last game, last time I saw the Talonflame, that is, and just build up as much energy as I can on my Sandslash. I should be able to survive 2 foul plays here, and hopefully farm down after the fact. I might come out with, like, back-to-back Ice Punches, and that would be helpful, although I will be pretty low on HP, probably just 1 Incinerate range. Yeah, we do survive that pretty easily. Yeah, we should get the full farm down, because Powder Snow is actually a pretty strong attack, right? But that Talonflame does have 1 Incinerate of energy on it, but I think they took 2 Astonishes, because it took them a second to decide what they wanted to do. Another Powder Snow, switch. So I have back-to-back Ice Punches, which could be pretty helpful. 3, so they're out of Fly. I think I need to shield this up, just to guarantee that I still have a little bit of HP here. They don't go for a Flame Charge, so that's nice. Wow, this is good that I get this off. I don't know, though, if they're quite in Fire Punch range, or not Fire Punch, Ice Punch range, that is. If they are in Ice Punch range, that is very good to see. Okay, they're staying in, actually. So I have a lot of energy on my Alolan Sandslash. I should survive this, unless it's a Brave Bird. But no, it's only a fly, so yeah, we survive. And we see a Corviknight in the back. If I survive this Air Cutter, I think I can win this game. If I don't, I will be so sad. It's gonna be close. We don't survive it. Don't boost. They boost, of course they boost. Because why wouldn't they? Ah, I need to do 3 in Ice Punch and hope that knocks them out. Yeah, no, they got us here. That's so tragic. Just a little bit more energy on my Talonflame. A single extra Dragon Breath actually wins us that game. You know, given how many bad leads we saw, I think we actually did pretty good in that first set. Really bad leads, and yet we still got a 3-2 here. Hopefully next set we start core breaking a little bit with Sandslash. All right, next opponent. We gotta win a lead, right? It's gotta happen one day. That's not really a 1 lead, I'll admit. But maybe it's not bad in the 2-shield matchup. I know I don't have Shadow Claw, but Powder Snow and Ice Punch is going to add up. And they only have Charge Attack pressure here, right? So maybe we have some play. They're at 7, so they do have access to a Dynamic Punch right now. Or not set. Well, I'm at 7, so they're at 13, so they're at 1. So they're 10 away from the next. Or I could always try to catch a Dynamic Punch at some point too, but that might be a little bit hard to consistently do without, like, just being at risk of catching a different attack. Alright, Ice Punch is gonna hurt. I think getting shields down is not bad whatsoever for us, because while Dusknor would rather be here, I think Dusknor would also be kind of fine in the back when shields are not in play. You know what I'm gonna try to do? It might be a little bit risky, but I'm gonna hope 1 Astonish is enough to knock this out from here. Nice. Okay, we just completely sniped that down. We have an energy lead here. We have our Sandslash in the back line with quite a bit of energy on it as well. Corviknight's not amazing to see particularly, but I'm going to go for a Dynamic Punch just to do as much raw damage in 1 charge attack as I can. If I can put them into Ice Punch range, that's really nice. They're at 16. They let that go. 17. Okay. Payback will knock us out, but Sandslash could come back in here potentially. I could also bring in Altaria, but I think Sandslash is the more imminent way of knocking this Pokemon out. Because I have an Ice Punch already loaded, right? And I can bank up more energy here. Oh, let's go! Let's go! That is the best thing I could possibly see in the back, actually. Whoa. Was not expecting an actual good Pokemon. I was thinking I was going to get, like, RPS'd or Core Broken or something. I mean, I might as well just Ice Punch, right? Altaria is so good here, and the fact we got a CMP also, like, I guess it doesn't really matter because Altaria is really good no matter what. But just getting this into a single Sky Attack range now means all I have to do this game is use my Altaria, get to 2 attacks, 1 for the Corviknight, 1 for this Digger's Beam, and we should be good. They'll probably see this in top left, yeah. Not much they can do at that point. Okay. Alright, next opponent. Sandslash into Shadow Quagsire. You know, I've been seeing some bad matchups in the back for A-Slash. I might just play out the zeros here, honestly. Because I don't really want to take an Aqua Tail on my Dusknor, and I think Sandslash just straight up wins the zeros. Unless they're on Mud Bomb. I've seen a couple people trying out Mud Bomb recently, and I think that is a bit of a crazy play, but it makes some sense. I mean, that could be a Mud Bomb, I guess, but I know for a fact it's not a Stone Edge, so we're no-shilling this. Yeah, it's Mud Bomb. But I think they need to Aqua Tail us, right? But they don't. Okay. I guess they're at 6 right now. I can't believe everyone's just on Mud Bomb Quag. That's gotta mean they have answers in the backline for Altaria, though. Unless we're on, like, Mud Bomb Stone Edge here, I should be able to wall this energy. Okay, well, I'm honestly really happy to see this here, too. Because, like, Shadow Drapion's not amazing into Altaria. And my Shadow Dusknor gets to avoid this, potentially. It's not like Dusknor's unplayable into the Quagsire. It's more so I didn't want to take that energy if I could help it. I hope this knocks out, but I think I know it doesn't. I think I'm pretty sure it's not going to be enough here. But we'll see. 1 Dragon Breath, please. Oh, I do snipe down. That's actually massive. Okay. I still have a shield advantage. I have a full attack loaded here. Okay, I'm gonna just switch and shield Shadow Balls and try to Dynamic Punch things. But they probably Body Slam bait us, right? Like, why wouldn't you at this point? If I land a Dynamic Punch into this, I should be able to win the game. But they don't bait, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go for a CMP. Not a bad play to be able to pull off. If they no-shield this, that's really nice. They don't, but the game made me think they did for a second there. They probably do bait this one, which is going to make my life really uncomfortable, because then they can probably just try to catch the next move. They don't bait though, so I can wait a turn. Wait, what? They bring this in? That's crazy, I think. Can I not Astonish this down? No, probably not. Oh, they're at back-to-back. Ooh. Ooh, I did not think they were that much energy. Dude, that's so sad. They did bank a lot, I guess. They did farm down all the way against my other guy. Dude, how am I throwing this game so hard? Maybe I can two-shot with Sky Attack? I don't think they're low enough for that, though. If I would have banked a Shadow Punch, I think a Shadow Punch plus 2 Sky Attacks would be enough. But I don't think 3 Dragon Breaths knock out from here. I think they just have us. I think I played this game a little bit poorly. Yeah, there's like no way. Ah, that's on me. That's like, it's so on me, you know? I miscounted the Quagsire, I guess. I thought they were 2 away from an Aqua Tail. And I don't know how I did that. I just like, I forgot that they stayed in a second against my Altaria, I guess. Alright, next battle. Sandslash. Can we win a lead? Into Diggersby, so no, probably not. If they're on Quick Attack, this isn't that bad. If they're on Mudshot, that's actually really annoying, though. Yeah, they are on Mudshot, which is a little bit annoying, because they can just outpace us and get Fire Punches off against us, too. Which, if you didn't know, Fire Punch, very effective into an Alolan Sandslash, right? So I don't really love taking that damage. They do let that go. I think I let this go, too. Because I do survive a Fire Punch, but it does put me down pretty low. Well, they give me the win in the one-shield matchup, actually. That's kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting them to let me get this off, but that's kind of big. Because now I either get a shield advantage or a knockout. They do shield that. And they throw almost immediately, so they don't even have that much energy. This isn't quite in, like, Astonish downrange or anything. They're at 2. So, like, 3 away from a Fire Punch, 4 away from a Scorching. They switch into Florges. Okay. 6. I don't love that I don't know the moveset this thing's on. 7. Could be a Moonblast. I think no matter what, I'm going to shield this up just to play it safe. Because if I'm staying in, I think almost certainly they go for a Fairy Attack if they have it. So they don't have a Fairy Attack. Like, there's no way they do if they went for a bait. And before they Moonblast us, I guess. Maybe they just went for a Diabolical bait just for fun. But I don't think they have it if they... Like, I had full send in that spot, but maybe I'm a different kind of trainer than them. If they do have Moonblast, I'm cooked. They might as well bait it, though, right? Okay, good. It's just a Chilling Water. They're at 2. Okay, that's actually not terrible. I should win the one-shield matchup here pretty easily. I'm going to shield this because they're at 7, and that could be a Dazzling Gleam if they are on it. And, you know, there's always a chance. 8, 9. So they're at 4. I mean, even if they do knock out my Dusknor, this is going to be Sky Attack range, and I think I can Dragon Breath through the rest of the team. But I don't think a Psyshock plus 2 more Pecks knock me out from here either. So we just survive this. We get the Shadow Punch, and then Altaria comes back in and hopefully wins. I don't think they can swap just yet. They're trying to. They're waiting for a second there, but yeah, the Switch Clock not quite up. And now I just bring in my Altaria, I Sky Attack the Diggersby, and I Dragon Breath down the other guy, probably. Yeah, okay. You know, that could have been really bad. Double Fairy backline into my Dragon type. Somehow still worked out. Okay, next opponent. E-Slash into Shadow Galarian Wheezing. don't hate this, don't love this. Really depends on if they're running the insane moveset that I've seen someone run recently with Brutal Swing and Overheat. If that's the case, and they land the Overheat, and they bait us with Brutal Swings, then I'm not happy. Any other case, though, and I'm in a good spot. Okay, they're at 7, so they have an Overheat potentially. I'm gonna no-shield this. Nice, we no-shield the Brutal Swing. I think that is too soon for anything other than another Brutal Swing, so we're gonna no-shield this. Like, even if they had Overheat, that was one before. Alright. And if they shield this up, which they probably will, right? If they shield this up, then I bring in my Dusknor here. They're at 2, 3, 4... of course. Not exactly the Pokemon I wanted to see. But I mean, I think I get a Shadow Punch off if they don't end up throwing energy here. So maybe this is still pretty playable. Because Dynamic plus Shadow Punch basically knocks out. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. They actually let me get the Shadow Punch through here, which should knock him out. They'll bring in Wheezing, get another Fairy Wind for free. But then I can bring in my Sandslash here and go for a farm down. I've gotten rid of the Wheezing for the most part. At least by the time that my Altaria is going to see the battle, it's basically going to be gone. They're actually healthier than I would have liked, but it's fine. Oh, nice catch by them. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty nasty catch. I should have banked this energy. Hopefully I survive this so I have, like, a catch opportunity. I do, okay. Because, like, if I got a Drill Run off there, or if I just banked the energy, that would have been so much better either way. Just double shield this, I think. Because this does less damage, or more damage rather than a Sludge, probably. And there is a chance there's still an Overheat on that Wheezing. Okay. 1. We'll see what that moveset is, though, on the Wheezing, right? Like, that's still always up in the air, and I don't love that. Okay, well, let's just knock him out here before they get that next move off. I can't take a Shadow Ball. And I have to hope that I get another Sky Attack before they can somehow knock us out with that Wheezing. I think they need, like, a Sludge and a Brutal Swing here to be enough. I don't think back-to-back Brutal Swings would do it. It's gonna be really close, though. They do Brutal, so I think they're on Overheat, actually. Okay, nice. We just have the energy, though. I think they have to be on Overheat. If they don't go for a Sludge there, there's no reason not to Sludge. We've been seeing this player the last couple of days with this freaking Wheezing on that moveset. Luckily, this time, it didn't get us. Alright, next opponent. Sandslash into Shadow Fortress. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna bring in Dusknor here and just hope for the best. Oh, it's actually on Volt Switch for once. Interesting. Dude, of course there's a Pangoro in the back. That is a little bit of a core breaker. But I should survive one Night Slash from here. Hopefully getting some shields down in the process. And, like, getting maybe a shield advantage would be nice. Yep. We'll go for what they can only assume to be a Dynamic Punch. They have to throw instantly if they don't want to take a Shadow Punch. Which it looks like they don't want to take a Shadow Punch. Okay. Don't boost, please. Thank you. Altaria is going to come in and just build up energy, I guess. Sandslash is not unplayable in the Fortress, but it's not really a match I want to be in, so... Dude, of course. There's just no play for my Sandslash this game. Don't love that. But, I mean, Sandslash can at least get something done here. It's not unplayable. So we'll shield that up. Because I can one-shot the Fortress if shields go down. I have back-to-back. I don't know if I win CMP, though. If I win CMP, I'd be very happy. If I don't, then I guess at that point we have to let this go. We do win CMP. Okay. Pangoro's gonna have to go for a big attack to knock us out, right? Like, they can't just go for a Night Slash. and farm us down. think we're fine. I mean, I'm going to shield this. That might be a terrible play, but that's what I'm going to do. Just to either get the last shield from them, or potentially, at this point, we'll see what happens. That's all I'm saying. We just switch and try to go for 2 flamethrowers. I mean, I'm very close to the next one, right? Shadow Fortress. Will they knock me out here with a Rock Tomb before I get another flamethrower off? I don't think so. I think I survive this and I just get the flamethrower, right? Like, there's no way this knocks me out. No way, no shot. That would be so annoying. Please, knockout. Please knock out. I know I'm debuffed, but it's a flamethrower, right? It should be enough. Okay, you know, really annoying team. Pangoro, a little bit of a core breaker, but Altari in the back line, that's all we need. And honestly, A-Slash taking out the Pangoro was kind of clutch, because that thing had so much energy. That could have been a little bit scary. We'll take the 3-2. You know, not the best leads, but not the worst leads either. So, you know, pretty decent showcase, I guess, of what Dusknor can do. Some pretty fun games here today. A couple of unfortunate alignments that I don't really know if I could have come back from, but I think through and through, Sandslash and Dusknor, very strong duo. Give it a go if you have them. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.